following presentation of Bulldog Unchained is rated I for immature. It may contain factually inaccurate statements, political incorrectness, and savage accounts of sexual acts. So move up, embrace yourselves, because Daddy's going in balls deep with 30 minutes of mayhem.
You are the motherfucking Antichrist!
It is Friday, May 24th, 2019. This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I am your host, the King of Villains, Bulldog Malenko, and this is 30 Minutes of Mayhem. What a fucking week. Yeah. All right. It looks like I have a shit ton of questions to get through. So, here we go. Samantha asks, I'd like to resubmit my previous question. I guess she submitted this last week right after I had finished recording. She says, what is your favorite ICP love song? Insane Clown Posse. Well, once upon a time, I was very much into ICP, and I just kind of grew out of it years ago, and it's just not a thing. But if I got to pick one, it's going to be Cotton Candy, because I eat more pussy than cervical cancer. I love to eat pussy. It's fun. It brings me joy. And I'm a fat kid. I like to eat, and I'm really good at it. So, yeah, Cotton Candy. For those of you that have never heard it, I don't care what your opinion of ICP is. Get on fucking YouTube. Search that shit. ICP Cotton Candy. You'll fucking laugh. Samantha has the next few questions. She asked, chunky or smooth? This is very open to interpretation. Like, if we're talking peanut butter, I like smooth. If we're talking taking a shit, I'd rather have it kind of chunky and, solid, because smooth just makes me think, oh, goddamn, this is diarrhea, and then you don't know when you're going to be shitting or how much you're going to be shitting, or if it's just going to be peeing out of your asshole for 20 fucking minutes, and about every 5 minutes, you wipe, you think you're done, you start to stand up, and here comes the next wave. And, Samantha also asked, Jungle Bush or no? No, not Jungle Bush. But I do like hair at the top of the vagina and the lips to be shaved. But like that little triangle, or even or the landing strip, something like the shaved pussy thing it's all right, but I don't know, it's kind of weird too if you think about it, because then it makes women look like little girls, and that it's kind of off-putting to me. I'd rather see hair and know that I'm fucking a woman. You know what I mean? I don't know. I know a lot of guys are like, I don't want a pussy that's not shaved, and I'm like, well, there are 11-year-olds, and that's illegal, but, good luck to you, I guess, you sick fuck. That's not a thing for me. I don't care if it's hairy. Samantha's next question, favorite 80s power ballad. Now, see, I'm different, man. I wasn't really into the power ballad things. 80s, to me, like, fucking Robert Palmer. Robert Palmer is the fucking man. Like, everything he did is fantastic, whether it's Power Station or just Robert Palmer. He was the fucking man. But I think, honestly, and I know a lot of people will be shocked by this, a lot of people that know me, they know my love for the song Cult of Personality by Living Colour. And that is one of the that may be the greatest song of the 80s. But my sentimental favorite song from the 80s is Something About You by Level 42. If I hear that fucking song, I will stop whatever the fuck I'm doing, and it's game on. Like, it's performance time. I love that fucking song. If you don't know it, again, get on YouTube, look that shit up. If you are under the age of 25, you're probably going to be like, what the fuck is this? And just sit back, shut up, and let the greatness absorb in through your ears and invade your mind. All right? Because, you know, that's back in the days when people actually had to play their instruments and they had to have talent and actually write songs and not just say something over and over, you know, recorded over some stupid fucking beat that was made on a computer. Oh, God. Okay. Jew Boy asks, is it true Nubsy got demoted to bathroom cleaner at the bowling alley? I have heard of no such demotion. As far as I know, Nubsy is the head lane cleaner. Like, he's the main grease guy. You know, he keeps that shit slick. He keeps it shiny. He makes sure that your balls are well maintained going down the alley, if you catch my drift. So, no, I have heard of no such demotion. The next question is from Samuel. What did you think of the first episode of the Popcorn Gallery? Brother, I have not got to listen to it yet. It's definitely on my agenda of things to do this coming week. But getting caught up on podcasts and oh my God, man, it's so hard. Like, the main thing that I listen to during my week is Joe Rogan. Like that, I don't know, something about his show keeps me focused. Like, it inspires me. I dig it. And then the other one that I catch about every other week is King and the Sting, which is Theo Vaughn and Brendan Schaub, and those two are just fucking retarded. They're idiots, and it's one of the most hilarious things I think anybody could ever listen to. Jew Boy, again, is Torin Milan tall enough to ride the grown-up rides at Holiday World? I don't think Torin is tall enough to even ride like the little baby dragon roller coaster at Gemtown Disneyland, aka the Fall Festival. He is a tiny, tiny man. Like I shit bigger than Torin, and yeah, I think that if he goes to Holiday World, that's got to be a liability risk if they let him on like the big roller coasters and stuff, right? Because I mean, there's legit 11 and 12-year-olds that are bigger than Torin that go to Holiday World, and even they sometimes get denied access to these rides. I think Torin probably has to stay in the kiddie side of it, you know? Like, if you see Torin at Splash and Safari, the water park at Holiday World, he's in the little, like, the wading pool, you know? Like the little mini pool with the tree house and the waterfall fun house and everything. Because if Torin gets into that wave pool, his ass is going to disappear the first time even a significant wave comes around him. He's gone. Like, you're just going to see the top of his head bobbing at the water's surface, looking like a fucking milk dud. I love you, Torin. Jew Boy also asked, when is your sexy calendar coming out? Shit, bitch. I'm going to tell you right now, if there were a high enough demand for a sexy calendar of Bulldog, like enough people, I don't care, men or women, men and women combined, if there was a high enough demand and I thought that I could make like 15, 20, actually, you know what? I'd charge $12 for it. $1 for each month that you get to enjoy Bulldog in these sexy, compromising poses. Like, I think that's fair, but I just don't know if there's the demand for it. I know that there are a few of you sick freaks out there that would love nothing more than for this to happen, but it would need to be a majority thing, because it's probably going to cost me some money to get into the production side of this, and I ain't trying to throw money at something that's just going to sit here and collect dust over the next year. And, 5 people bought them. Oh, look, I still got 495 left. Yay. No. Jackie asked, RuPaul or the Mayhem lady in a fight? Man, this is a good question. Okay, so here's the thing. RuPaul's been doing this a long time, but you can tell RuPaul's still kind of hood. Like, there's still some ghetto in RuPaul. But the Mayhem lady, and for those of you that don't know, RuPaul is a black drag queen, hugely famous. You should know RuPaul. If you don't, what the fuck are you doing? The Mayhem lady became this wildly successful meme after she had a blow up in GameStop. Like, dude, this guy has an Adam's apple the size of my fucking fist, okay? Like, it's bigger than my nutsack, if you can believe that. And you got, blonde hair, and I think she's had a boob job. But this dude at GameStop kept saying, "Sir," this ma'am lady dude keeps going, "It is ma'am." But the funny thing is, his voice is deeper than the guy that's calling him sir. "It is ma'am." And also, that dude is a rapper now. Like, legit has some shit up on YouTube. Oh, God damn it. I know the fucking name, and I can't think of it right now. I'm going to look it up. Give me just a second, because it's worth it. Ma'am rapper. Oh, who was it? Serotonin. Saratonin. And that motherfucker has also been in prison, okay? And I think multiple times. Like, there are the mugshots of this dude when he got booked and got put in prison, and you see these mugshots and you go, "Yeah, okay, ma'am, you look like you've been dieseling the fuck out in the prison yard. What the fuck are you talking about, ma'am?" Like, no, it's ridiculous. Honestly, if we're going in a head up fight though, RuPaul versus Ma'am Serotonin, I gotta go with Ma'am Serotonin, because that dude's for real, like, legit, been in prison, probably will fuck you up 15 ways to Sunday before you even knew what happened. That's some freaky shit. Samuel asks, if you could become a god from Greek, Roman, or Norse mythology, which god would you pick and why? That's easy. Norse mythology, Tyr. I am a bit of a Tyrsman. I don't believe in any religion. I don't believe in the gods, but I honor what the Norse gods meant to my ancestors and my heritage. And Tyr is the god, the one-handed god of justice and equality and war, and I believe perseverance and through battle. But Tyr sacrificed his hand to the Fenrir wolf so that the gods could bind the Fenrir wolf's mouth shut. And that's a huge, and he took it like a fucking champ. Like, he knew that Fenrir was going to bite his fucking hand off, and he held it there anyway, just so the gods could put this enchanted binding around his mouth. And yeah, that's my guy. Tyr is the shit. TYR, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about. Andy Emley asks, what's your favorite memory of us together in Richland? All right, so for those of you that don't know, comedian Andy Emley and I, we've been friends for 27, 28 years. We were like 12 years old when we became friends. And we grew, like, at that time, I lived in a small town. Andy grew up there pretty much his whole life. But small town, Richland, Indiana, tiny town. And to be honest, one of my favorite things, I loved going over to your house and hanging out with you and your family. Like, your mom and dad always treated me like I was just an extra kid at the house. I love your mom and dad to this day for that, because you guys, like, you know what my home life was like and how fucking shitty and terrible it was, and it gave me a great escape. But my favorite memory has to be of us up at Richland Park, sitting on the basketball court, singing fucking Boys to Men. Like, we were 12. It had to be. We were like 12 years old, singing Boys to Men, thinking, like, that legit thought, like, holy shit, when we get older, we're gonna form the next big group like Boys to Men. Man, it's a shame that never fucking happened. And I hope that everybody that listens to this that knows both of us is just dying laughing right now. But that's legit. And believe it or not, like, I know a lot of you know that I can sing. If for those of you that don't, well, fucking surprise. Yes, I can sing. But Andy can actually sing too. And man, we used to get down on those harmonies on the fucking Boys to Men shit. I mean, that was legit. Boys to Men back in like 1991. Holy shit, man. That was skyrocket. Motown Philly back again. Oh, fuck, man. They were great. Okay, next one. Samuel, why do I get the impression that this is something you would do? Oh, Jesus. In 1948, a man wore 30-pound, three-toed lead shoes and stomped around a Florida beach during the night. The footprints led people to believe that a 15-foot tall penguin was roaming their lands. He kept up the prank for 10 years, visiting various beaches. The hoax wasn't revealed until 40 years later. Florida Man 100. Oh my God. That is fantastic. He trolled tens of thousands of people for 10 fucking years. That's outstanding. A 15-foot tall penguin. I mean, granted, it's 1948, so this went from the 40s into the 50s, which is a real fucking ass backward time in America. And granted, a person can be intelligent, but groups of people are dumber than dog shit. And in the 40s and 50s, they were, they had some weird fucking ideas. A 15-foot penguin. Son of a bitch. That's outstanding. That kind of, what have I been doing with my life? Like, I'm just coasting. I haven't done anything that epic. That's crazy. Megan, Andy's wife, says, when are you coming over for dinner? Well, it depends on when I actually have a free night, and it also depends on what's on the menu. So you tell me what night, and if it's going to be fat kid friendly food fare, and we can work something out. There's Glenda. Okay, what is your favorite thing to grill? When it comes to grills, what is the best? Propane, charcoal, wood pellets? Okay, my favorite thing to grill is fucking steak. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as somebody else is grilling, I don't care what you grill me. I'll fucking eat it. Like, you can grill chicken and brats and pork steaks and hamburgers and dog shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm probably going to eat it. But if I have to grill it, it's steak. Steak all fucking day. And, there is this constant argument of propane and propane accessories. But to be honest, my favorite, and I know this is going to sound weird, so if you're using the wood pellets, there's something you can do to actually help you with a little bit of the flavoring. Take either, if you're using wood chips or wood pellets, this will not work on charcoal. Don't fucking try this shit on charcoal, because you're gonna be like, oh fuck, you're gonna start gagging. But take like half of what you're going to use in the wood pellets or the wood chips, soak those motherfuckers in maple syrup. Okay? Are you following me? And then you mix them in after you let them soak. Like, I'm talking overnight in a fucking thing of maple syrup. And then you mix them in with the same, that's half of what you're going to use. So you mix them in with either the rest of the wood pellets or the wood chips. And you put that shit in your grill and you light that motherfucker on fire and you let it get hot for about 5 minutes. And then you start cooking whatever the fuck you're going to cook on there. And I promise you, you're going to be like, oh my God, Bulldog is a fucking genius. Bulldog is a fat kid and knows what the fuck to do to make food even better. And another cool thing you do, use you find fucking Cajun seasoning, Creole style. Like, you got to make this shit spicy, okay? Spicy, people. And then you let that fucking maple flavor soak in with that. Fuck. I promise you, man, it's going to twist your taint into fucking knots, okay? It's wonderful. You're welcome. Jason says, I just got a full-size digital piano. What should I learn to play? The very first thing that you need to learn to play is the theme song to Sesame Street. All right? If you're wasting time with anything else, you're just wasting time. Okay? Goddamn Muppets That's where it is. That's the business, okay? You got to learn the theme song to Sesame Street. And when you do, I need for you to make a video of this and you post that shit online, and then I'm going to share it on the Bulldog Unchained page, and everybody's going to be like, this crazy motherfucker straight up learned to play the theme to Sesame Street. And then the next song that you learn to play is the theme song from Cheers. Just, you know what? I see what I'm doing here myself. So just basically any TV theme that involved a piano, that's what you need to do. You need to learn TV themes, okay? Because that's where the living is at. Like, that's where the money is. Fuck, you know, Elton John's great. I love Elton John and all this other shit. But imagine if you went and played a bar for a night and you had 3 full sets of TV theme songs. Motherfucker, everybody and their mama would come out to see you just because they know they're going to get to sing along to all this fucking bullshit. You could do the fucking theme to Growing Pains, Family Ties. You might need a little bit of guitar on Family Ties, but you see what I'm saying, man? There were a lot of TV themes that involved a piano. Let's see, what else could you do? Yeah, fuck it, TV themes, man. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Whole bunch. You got to learn all of them. Don't waste time with anything else. Glinda, how should a steak be cooked? I feel that well done is a waste of meat unless it's man meat. Then your man should be well done. Well, yes, if you're cooking humans, you absolutely do need to make sure that it's well done, because if it's not, you're getting like a lot of bad bacteria and enzymes that are in the human body, and you're not supposed to consume them. So yes, if you're cooking human flesh, it does absolutely need to be cooked well done. As for steak, cut the ass off the cow, smack it one time, drag it across the flame just to make sure that there's a nice brown sear on it, put it on a plate, bring it to me. That's if I cut into a steak and it is not red, and I mean dark fucking red, it's going back. We're not fucking around with this pink fucking steak that's medium well, and if it's brown, that shit's ruined. That is not a steak. You just basically turned a steak into a hamburger. Fuck you. I'm not paying that money for a hamburger. You better get that shit back in the kitchen. And if the cook's got a problem with it, he can come out to the table and talk to me. Glinda also asks, if you had to have a medical exam, would you rather have a prostate exam or an STD exam? I do both. What the fuck do you mean, would you rather? This is your fucking health you playing with. Are there Look, people. Look, I have been a hooah, okay? I like being a hooah, but there are responsibilities that come with being a hooah, and there are responsibilities that come with being a man. And I'm 40 years old, and I started getting my prostate checked at the age of like 36, okay? Just because my grandfather had prostate cancer, and I ain't fucking around with that. Nope. My prostate's good. My STD exams they're clean. I'm good to go. Good to go. Yeah, no. But for a guy, like, I don't know how they do women's STD exams, but for a guy, I will tell you this, if you've never had one, ooh, it sucks ass, because they take that fucking swab. It's like a cotton swab, but this cotton swab is like a fucking foot long, and they jam that, so they kind of lube it with this glyoxide stuff, I guess, something like that, and they put it in your pee hole, and it sucks. It's so fucking bad. It's so awful, but I mean, it's quick, so you get over it. Whatever. Glenda also asks, should laws about vaginas be written and passed by those that don't have them? I don't think that there should be laws about vaginas, period. Just like there shouldn't be laws about penises. What the fuck? This is 2019. You want to know how I know that the things are too good? This is how I know things are too good, because everybody can focus on all this fucking bullshit craziness. Ooh, I feel like a woman now. Oh, I feel like a man. Well, then that's what you are. No, the fuck you're not. People, quit fucking subscribing to all this goddamn craziness. Hey, look, if you're a dude and you feel like a woman, good for you. Be the best fucking woman that you can be. However, the rest of us are not required to play the game with you. Imagine if I set up a fucking TV and my Xbox One and I had 4 controllers and I got Borderlands 2 on this TV, and anybody that walked by, I tried to force them to play Borderlands with me. Now, in Borderlands defense, most of you motherfuckers, you're going to jump into that chair and you're going to grab that controller and we're going to be off to the races having fun, okay? But there are a lot of people that would just walk on by because video games are not their thing. Should I berate them and, fuck, Borderlands is my thing. Should I be able to force everyone else to do that? No. The whole, this religious bullshit, the fucking abortion thing, fuck out of here with your bullshit. You don't like abortions, don't get one. You don't like your penis, cut it the fuck off. You want to try to flip your vagina inside out and turn it into a penis? Good goddamn luck. But no man in this world, no man has ever had a period. Period. No woman knows what it's like to have an erection or to have blue balls. So we're both completely fucking ignorant to what the other goes through. Okay? And for every woman who thinks that they want a dick, let me tell you when you don't want a dick. You don't want a dick when you wake up with morning wood and it feels like a goddamn semi-truck is trying to drive through the last millimeter of skin of your dick. Because you can tell there's way more blood that's being offered to the penis than the penis can handle. And it hurts. And it's awful. Trust me. So yeah, no, nobody should be making laws about, fuck, I can't even talk about that. It's going to piss me off. All right, Glenda has another question here. Have you ever considered being a semi-truck driver, or what do truck drivers even do for 8 hours on the road all day? I would jerk off. Like constantly, probably. Like, I don't think I'd get very far. Like, I'd drive like 30 minutes down the road, especially if I got one of those sleeper cabs. If I got a sleeper cab with a big-ass TV in the back and access to the internet, I'm going to be pulling over like every 30 minutes to jerk it. And then, try to drive again. 30 minutes later, like, oh, it's time to jerk it. I don't know what truck drivers do for 8 hours. Jesus Christ. I couldn't be an over-the-road truck driver. I do like driving. I love driving. But that being on, like, driving a semi-truck, first of all, people are assholes, okay? And people cut semi-trucks off and they pull out in front of them, not realizing that this goddamn 40-ton missile can't stop on a dime like your fucking Prius, Karen, okay? You're gonna fucking die, and your shitty little kids in the back are gonna die too. If you see a fucking semi-truck, wait your turn. Anyway. Moving on. Melissa asks, big tits or little tits, or no preference? Any tits are good tits? Sledge replied and said, I think a lot of us can answer this one on B-Dog's behalf. I'm sure a lot of you can. So look, I love almost all titties, okay? A's need not apply. If my tits are bigger than yours, get the fuck out of here, little boy. What are you trying to do? I can't do it. No. You got to have at least B's. But I love big old fucking titties. I don't care if they're fake. I don't care if they're real. I love huge, gigantic tits. They make me happy. They're fun to play with. I like to squeeze them. Especially when I'm about to come. Woot. That's legit. Big titties are what life's about. Look, I realize that there are a lot of guys out there that are like, oh, I like girls that are petite and, like a little bit of booty and maybe some little mosquito bites. And I'm like, well, you like dudes. I don't know what to tell you. There ain't nothing wrong with that, but you need to come to terms with it. If you fucking a woman that looks like a boy, what are we talking about here? Like, I'm here for the pirate ship because she's got sunken chests. No, big fucking titties. Also, I don't get overly excited about, the big ass thing and all. Like, Look, I got a limited amount of dick. And when I see a woman with a gigantic ass, while other guys are like, ooh, yeah, that's fucking hot, my immediate thought is, I can't fuck her doggy style because she's only going to get about 2 inches of it. And the rest of it is going to be between her ass cheeks, and I can't fucking force it in there. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? These fat kid problems, but it's also little dick problems. It may not be the longest, but at least it's skinny. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah, no, the big titties. Big titties, that's the answer. Big titties. The answer to everything. Speaking of big titties, Erica is here with her next question. With our next question. And she says, when do I get to come back and be even more of a nuisance? You weren't a nuisance at all. What the fuck? Yeah, I do need to start, like, I need to go back through some of those early interviews that I had on my show, like that first year, start having people come back in. It's just like, you know, I think maybe in my mind, I thought some people were like, oh, I wasn't really comfortable with it. So, you know, like, I kind of just wait for people to contact me in that regard. If you've been on the show and you say, hey man, would it be cool if I came back and did the show? That's cool. You're not the people I was talking about when I said motherfuckers asking to be on my show that know that I've done it for 3 years, have never listened to an episode, and they either want to come on my show or they want me to promote whatever the fuck it is they're selling or whatever they're doing or whatever, but they've never listened to an episode and they can't name my co-host. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking parasite. But no, Erica, you can definitely come back anytime. I think it would be a blast, especially because of how the show has changed and adapted. Glinda, best ancient weapon invention, flamethrower, catapult, etc. The trebuchet. That's, yeah. I used to fuck with people, and I know that it's pronounced trebuchet. But I used to fuck with people, and I would call it tree bucket, because that's how it kind of looks the way it's spelled. And it would just annoy the fuck out of them. And I'm like, oh, you mean a tree bucket? And they're like, that's not how you say it. And now I've said it so many times that I kind of fuck myself up when I go to say that word. You ever have that happen? I have. There you go. The trebuchet. It's kind of like a catapult, but it's the one that fucking is just, it is so much more devastating. It gets so much more torque and distance on what it flings. And I would load it with huge amounts of human feces and fire it at whatever target was there. Man, we're going over 30 minutes. Ryan, if you were the lead astronaut, what would you say before launch? It's time to fuck the sky! All right, next question. If you were a trucker, what would your handle be if it wasn't Bulldog? Oh man, just because I think it would be hilarious to hear other truckers have to say this shit, because that's kind of part of the code of respect. Whatever dude tells you his name is, and it would be like Big Daddy Butt Plug. That would totally be my Break 19 is a Big Daddy Butt Plug. Anybody got your ears on? Come on. Oh, there's not a lot of people that are going to respond to that. Ryan asks, would you star in porn? You act like I haven't already. Ryan also asks, how much money would you have to let a guy blow you? Asking for Kirk Martin. About tree fitty. I don't mean 300 fitty. I mean tree fitty. Come on, goddamn Loch Ness monster. Let's get it on. Like, in all honesty, how much money would you have to let a guy blow you? I don't know. I think that would have to be that negotiation would have to happen in real time. Because, like, I could say a number right now. Like, what if I said, like, $10,000 and somebody jumped at it like, oh, 10,000. All right, I'll blow you for 10,000 right now. And I'm like, wait, you jumped at that way too quick, man. I could have upped that price. So, yeah, there's got to be negotiations involved. At least it ain't me doing the blowing. And the final question of the day. If aliens looked anything like humans at all, would you bang them? Motherfucker, have you ever watched Star Wars? I would literally bang like every creature that they fucking show in those movies. Like, I don't give a fuck what these aliens look like. How do you? What does it matter what it looks like? How do you know that you're not gonna have like the most mind-blowing orgasm you've ever had? And that's what I'm on the hunt for. That's what I'm searching for. That is what I think Bono was talking about in the U2 song. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. He's looking for that ultimate orgasm, and he can't find it on this planet. It's not gonna happen here. It's gotta be an extraterrestrial entity that's going to just make you come that 5-gallon bucket load, and it feels like every bit of liquid just left your body, and you lay there in a heap of bone and flesh and goo for like 3 hours before your body is able to function again. That's what I'm fucking talking about. All right, that's it for this week's 30 Minutes of Mayhem. This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I'm your host, the King of Villains, Bulldog Malenko. And I am the fuck out of here. Big fucking titties.
Show's over, motherfuckers.